This particular video has only one purpose. It's to teach you ways to use technology to your advantage when trying to catch a cheating partner. You will never regret if you subscribe to a policy point today. Let's begin. Now, here's a disclaimer. The stuff we're going to highlight in this video are merely for awareness and educational purposes, depending on your country. Laws may exist in your country that do not allow or permit the use of such solutions. Also, the information I provide in this video is not to be used for unlawful, unreasonable, or nefarious purposes. It's a severe violation of privacy and can cause significant emotional and psychological harm to the target. Use them at your own risk. So there are certain types of software that are designed to track and monitor someone's activities on their mobile device or computer without their knowledge or consent. It's often used by individuals to spy on their partners, ex-partners, or other people they want to monitor, and I'm going to expose everything to you. Stalkerware is typically installed on the target's device through physical access, social engineering, or phishing attacks. Once installed, it can track a target's location, call logs, text messages, browsing history, social media activity, and other sensitive information. It can also record audio and video, take screenshots, activate the device's camera and microphone, all without them knowing. This kind of software, however, is illegal in many jurisdictions and is considered a form of domestic abuse or harassment. I just thought I'd put that out there. Also, for most people, they wouldn't even think to buy such software. But in this video, I'll show you 6 ways to catch a cheat using tech at no or minimal cost to you. Now, before we move on to the first tip, let me quickly mention something important. If you're serious about understanding how these technologies work, or if you're curious about ethical hacking, device forensics, or how people can actually protect themselves and know what tools are out there, I've put together a beginner-friendly hacking course that explains all of this in detail. It's focused on ethical use only, and it'll teach you the real-world skills used by cybersecurity professionals, not just to detect threats, but to understand how they work. Whether you're doing this out of curiosity or career interest, I promise you'll find it incredibly eye-opening. Check the link in the description or comment section to enroll. Now, number 1 is to search every letter of the alphabet. So how it works is pretty simple. It's using a cheat search history against them. I mean, cheats would have to be so stupid not to clear their search histories on their browsers. If they routinely access dating sites, for example, they'll probably think to cover their tracks. However, autofill is harder to remember for most people. Now, if your partner uses search engines like Google, you'll quickly discover that Google actually does a remarkable job of guessing your search parameters based on everything you've ever searched before. For example, if you share a computer with a suspected partner, you can simply go to google.com, type in the search bar the letter. You'll immediately begin to see all of the things your partner searched for, beginning with the letter. Now you can continue your search. You'll be surprised to find out some things that your partner searches for, from dating sites to stuff that might be even unspeakable. All I will say is be prepared for anything. Number 2, secret messages and online documents. So the most dangerous habit for cheats is to send photos and videos to whoever they're cheating on you with. Cheats like to relive the moments in their head and like to keep a lot of these things for easy reference and keepsakes, really. If you ever ask someone who cheats who's been caught by their partner, they most likely will tell you that their partner found an audio message, a picture, or something along those lines. So how are cheats hiding their misdemeanors these days? You'll be surprised that the tactics they use aren't even that sophisticated. I mean, there are apps that can make certain pictures, for example, look like a document. There are also apps that allow you to password protect your text messages, your photos. Nothing new here. One way, however, that a lot of people overlook is simply to go into Google Documents on your partner's computer or phone, and they are usually known to create online Google Documents or Microsoft 365 files that look like innocent files until they're opened. So for example, you'll find a file name that's titled monthly budget, and indeed when the file is open, the first page appears to be a bunch of numbers or corporate speak, but scrolling down reveals the file's real purpose. The online document is being used as a covert way to share notes, to share videos and photos with someone else. You're going to have to be really smart with this one. Number 3 is to check the phone's location. So as we become more reliant on GPS, you may also want to peek at your partner's location history. For Google users who use Gmail, unless this function is turned off, Google will always send you a Google Timeline email. With this feature, you're able to tell exactly where you were on what given day, and you could do this for a specified number of months. So for example, if you went to Cancun in January in 2023, chances are Google has those records that will show you your Google Timeline timeline ever so often. Without having to go snooping looking for this timeline email sent by Google, all you have to do is once again to gain access to your partner's email. In the search bar above, simply type location history. If your partner has locations turned on their phone, you'll be able to tell every place that they've been for the last couple of weeks. If your spouse uses an iPhone, there's one place to be sure to look, and many people don't even know this treasure trove of tracking exists. You can find an iPhone user's frequent locations in Settings, go to Privacy, then Location Settings, System Services, and then Significant Locations. It takes a fair amount of effort to disable or delete these types of settings consistently, so if they're up to no good, you're likely to find something. Number 4, secretly record when you're out of earshot or out of the house. Now, if you suspect there are serious things going on behind your back, you can use a device to record all audio surreptitiously. There's not much to talk about this, so you want to go through their trash and recycle bin. Now, if you know anything about technology, you should know that deleted digital items are typically never gone for good. A computer's trash or recycle bin retains items until the bin is emptied. Cloud services such as Dropbox lets you restore items from trash. Emails deleted accumulate in the trash until they're emptied. Voicemails on an iPhone are deleted, but can be retrieved if you want. Apps deleted from your phone can be restored as well. However, remember this, even though many cheats are quick to delete items from the most obvious places, they tend to forget to delete items from the recycle bin or their trash. I say, if you suspect something, it's the best place to look for evidence of infidelity. I know it can be time-consuming to find evidence of a cheat, but sometimes when you're desperate, you do crazy things. Just be sure to take care of yourself in the process. And finally, number 6, apps can hide secret calls and text messages, and I'm sure some of you already know that. So in real life, yeah, people get to go to great lengths to hide their indiscretions. Unless your partner is particularly daring, you're not going to see a chat app on their home screen or steamy messages in their text message folder. There are plenty of apps for sharing messages, photos, videos, and more that aren't what they seem to be. There's a specific app that caught my attention. It looks like a calculator. I'm not going to promote them, but the only reason I'm bringing it up is because the calculator saves text and call logs of secret contacts. To get a better idea of what apps your partner uses and for how long, I suggest checking their screen time report, looking for anything out of the ordinary. I'd say using a calculator for 4 hours in a week seems a little odd, doesn't it? Screen time and usage on an iPhone, for instance, is simple to do. Go to Settings, Screen Time, choose to see all activity, then week. This will show a summary of weekly use. You can tap Day, for instance, to see daily summary. If you want to check app usage on an Android, tap Settings, Digital Wellbeing, and Parental Controls, Dashboard to view screen times for each app. Screen time shows what apps have been on the screen and for how long, giving you very easy ways to hazard a guess about how your partner's phone is being used. We're at the end of today's video, and I know it's a lot, but to catch a cheat, you always want to be one step ahead. If and when you do discover something, though, remember to think through your actions thoroughly before you confront the person. Approach them in a calm, serious tone, else they will be defensive and close up. And at that point, it'll be harder to get them to admit their infidelity. See you in the next video.